Today, I'm really excited about this brand new product from Chefs Temp. We've got the Chefs Temp Pro Temp S1. This thermometer is a major upgrade from the analog one on your grill, and it's made to be universal to fit any grill on the market. This is not only Bluetooth, but it's also Wi-Fi, so no matter where you are, you'll be able to keep an eye on how your cook's going from your phone. Let me show you a little bit closer on this. What it's got here is it's got this wing nut and a washer. So you're just simply going to unscrew your thermometer and put this in. With this washer, if the hole's a little bit bigger, it's still going to seal up. Also, this is removable, so you can go ahead and remove the faceplate and keep it out of the weather. If you look at Chefs Temp's website, you can actually buy this piece individually, so you can put one of these bases onto every cooker you have and just transfer the gauge from cooker to cooker. This is a great economical option to take your grill to the next level. This is going to make cooking so simple. What really impressed me about this setup is here we've got the Breezo from Chefs Temp as well. This does use one wire to power it, but it communicates wirelessly to the S1. So you do not need to connect these two together. So when you're opening your lid, you don't have to worry about the cord getting in the way or being too short. This is really revolutionary. It's the first one I've seen like that. It comes with this damper here, so you can adjust how much airflow. This fan is really powerful. I've already tested this out one time on my S&S kettle, and I ran it just about that much open. So no matter how big your cooker is, this fan is going to be plenty powerful. It just attaches using these springs here. These springs are really strong. Keep your fingers out of the way, but you don't have to worry about this falling out. It also includes a variety of adapter plates. This is going to be perfect if you've got a Kamado grill. Unfortunately, I don't have a Kamado to test this out, but today we're going to be installing it on the Lone Star Grillz Insulated Mini. So I'll show you that in just a minute. Like I said before, I've already done a cook on the S&S kettle. I'll show you right now how I set that up. We installed the Breezo on the bottom using the smoke hole. We lit up some Jealous Devil charcoal. We smoked this Iberico Copa low and slow all day, and then I shredded it up and made some delicious tacos out of it. The Chef's Temp performed perfectly for that cook. But now today, we're going to be doing a pork butt. We're going to go overnight with this Chef's Temp on the Lone Star Grillz Insulated Mini. We'll wake up in the morning and we'll find out if this thing was a success. So besides this fan communicating wirelessly with the S1 thermostat, this temperature control unit works with their wireless probes. This is the first temperature control unit that uses wireless probes that I've seen. And right here, I've got their 4 probe charging station, which is really convenient. You can charge up to 4 probes at a time. So this will track up to 4 probes at a time. If you're cooking 4 different pieces of meat, you're going to be able to monitor all 4 pieces of meat from your phone, no matter where you're at. The Chefs Temp S1 and Breezo is a complete game changer. This would be a great gift. I know if I got this for Christmas, I'd be thrilled. So let me bring you in. I'm going to show you exactly how we switch these gauges out on the Lone Star Grillz Insulated Mini. Okay, so all we're going to do is remove this nice TrueTel gauge. So you can see this one uses a large pipe fitting, but I think our Chef's Temp is going to work in there just fine. That's where we're going to want this washer to seal that hole up from us from the inside. So we'll go ahead and just remove the wing nut. Okay, we'll slide that through. Open the door all the way. Right there, you can see it sticks through plenty far. It's a very long probe, which is perfect because it'll fit on just about any cooker that way. Put that on, and we'll just tighten down the wing nut. No matter what you got, whether you got one of these Lone Star grills, a ceramic cooker, any kind of grill, this is going to work just fine on. You could even use this on offset smoker. I'm going to show you how I set my Lone Star grills up for this Breezo fan. Again, if you're using a Kamado or a kettle cooker, it's going to be a little bit more simple, but we had to get creative for this one. What I did was I took a short nipple and I put a cap on the end and I drilled a hole. I did this out of steel because I've got the ability to work with metal, but this can be made out of PVC pipe very inexpensively and with simple hand tools. So to install this, we're just going to squeeze these tabs in and then they're going to hold on to that hole. Just watch your fingers. Okay, just like that, and it's installed. Again, this is held on with a magnet. And a reminder, this Breezo has one wire just to power the fan, unlike most other smoke controllers that require a wire going to the temperature control unit. So this is really an upgrade from anything I've ever used. I'm going to season up this pork butt real quick. I'm going to show you my trick to maximize flavor on a pork butt. A lot of times I'll cook them boneless and butterfly them open, but if I'm not doing that, this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to come through with my knife, and we're going to cut some really deep grooves. I've seen people just make some thin cross hatches, but I like to go in at least 1 inch deep, just on the fat cap side. You can feel the bone there. Just be careful when you get to this end. You might not want to go quite as deep there because the meat's a little bit thinner. You don't want it to overcook. Then we're going to go the other direction. Same process. Open that right up. Not normally much to trim off a pork butt. For me, if there's any parts I don't want to eat, I'll pick that out at the end. But not much goes to waste with me. I love all the fatty bits. Cook it right. There won't be anything tough left either. Season this up today. We're going to be going with Windy City barbecue rub from the Fire and Smoke Barbecue Company. This stuff is phenomenal. Got a really unique flavor. And then I like to add just a little bit of extra salt. Today we're using Redmond's real salt. Nice coarse rub. I like to use the pour side and just sprinkle it on gently. Add a little bit of extra salt. It's a big piece of meat. Don't be afraid to season it. We open this up, get down into all those cracks. Really work that seasoning in so you get maximum flavor. This is a sugar-free barbecue rub because, in my opinion, great barbecue does not need sugar. It's like we got a clump in the top. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Some good seasoning. We'll pat that in, and then I'll just tap the edges of this meat on the cutting board to pick up everything that we spilled. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning right now. We're going to let this season up all day, and then tonight before bed, we're going to fire up the Lone Star Grills, get the Chefs Temp S1 Pro Temp and Breezos going. We'll put the pork butt on. We'll go to bed. In the morning, we should have perfect barbecue. This is completely going to be effortless, this cook. Just lit this chimney full of Jealous Devil charcoal inside the Lone Star Grills. If you want to know more about how I prepare my Lone Star Grills for smoking or anything else about this smoker, go ahead and drop me a comment. But right now, we're going to move on, and I'm going to show you how we get the fan started in the Chefs Temp app. To get the fan going, all we got to do is go into Smart Fan Settings, set the desired temperature. It's going to go ahead and turn on. You can also set this to run based on how long you want it to go for, but we're going for temperature today. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set up our meat probe for this cook. We're using probe number 2 today. These Chefs Temp meat probes also come with some numbers. You can go ahead and put on your probe if you'd like so you can keep track of them. Going to click Set Up Cook. Gives you lots of presets. So let's go ahead and click on pork. Let's go to shoulder. 190 sounds good to me. And then we're going to click Start Cook. This will give us an estimate of when this cook is going to be done once it starts to cook a little bit. Just wanted to point out how this fan's already starting to slow down a little bit because we're approaching our set point. We're at 192 degrees right now. Set at 225. You can see it's slowing down. I am going to put the baffle plate back on because this Lone Star Grills will overshoot pretty easily. It just sticks right on, nice and easy. About halfway on that. And then after we put the meat on, I am going to go ahead and close down this ball valve. But like I say, these Lone Star Grills, they're so efficient, they get pretty hot pretty easily. We got the Chefs Temp wireless probe. Going to go ahead and insert this into this pork butt. All the way in. It's about 9 o'clock at night. We're going to get this on the smoker. We're going to let the Chefs Temp Pro Temp S1 and Breezos do its thing. We're going to go to bed. We'll wake up in the morning. We'll find out whether this was success or failure. Either way, we're going to get a good night's sleep and let the Chefs Temp and the Lone Star Grills do all the heavy lifting for me. Barbecue sauna. Let's go get this in there. Shut the door. I'm going to go ahead and close down the vent. You hear the fan ramping up because the temperature dropped. Just like that. This is from experience. That's where I like the valve on my Lone Star grills at night, even with a fan controller. Like I said, super efficient smoker. Don't want to give it too much air. So, we'll find out in the morning how it does. A little bit past 7 o'clock in the morning now. This fan's been going all night, no problems. Take a look at that. The battery is also almost fully charged still. 185 the internal on that pork butt, which from my experience is going to be cooked enough because we're going to give this a nice long rest. So let's open the door. First time I've done anything with this smoker since we went to bed. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and get this off. My nice big lamps and spatula for this job. Alright. Alright, we'll get this wrapped up. Let this rest for a few hours. Then we'll wrap this cook up. Before I unwrap this pork butt, I want to talk about the Chefs Temp Breezo and Pro Temp S1. This fan did a perfect job of maintaining 225 all night long. It never overshot it. It started cutting back the fan before it reached 225. This way it didn't overshoot. I was really impressed. The wireless probe, everything stayed connected all night. We had no issues with that. I can't recommend this product highly enough. It worked great. Now, the proof is going to be in the pudding though. Or should I say, the proof's going to be in the pork butt. Let's get this unwrapped and see exactly what we got. How good does that look? Whether you're cooking on a Lone Star Grillz, a Kettle grill, a Kamado grill, this Chefs Temp Pro Temp S1 is going to work for you. Let's get this wireless meat probe out before we start shredding it. This is really dirty, but the good thing about these Chefs Temp Pro Temp probes is that they're completely waterproof. So you can go ahead and put these right in the dishwasher. That's what I do with mine every time I get done cooking. When it comes to shredding the pork, I like to just use the bone and just chop everything up. And look at that. Not a stick burner, but that Lone Star Grillz gives you an amazing smoke ring. This pork looks fantastic. Other thing I like to do is just to hit my pork with a little bit of fresh rub. A little bit more of this Windy City. You don't want to put a lot on, just a light coating to freshen some of those flavors up. Go ahead and mix that in. Piece of bone here. You see any parts that don't look yummy, just go ahead and pick those out. But to me, I love it. I like to get the nice fatty bits. That's my favorite part. Let's go in for the taste test. Well, let's go. Give this a try. Wow. This pork is epic. Nice clean flavor on it. No dirty smoke. Just the right amount of airflow the whole night thanks to that Breezo. Being wireless, I mean, I am so impressed with this. I've never seen another product on the market quite like this. Leave me a comment down below what you want to see me cook next. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, head on over to Instagram at RustyBBQLamb. Give me a follow over there as well. Trying to post content daily over there so you get a little bit behind the scenes action too. Thanks again. Until next time.